pressure, obviously, to be the third one of those young guys hopefully come back. What's the level of uncertainty right now, not knowing what's going to happen? Really, the clock's ticking, 48 hours away almost.
Yeah, I mean it's out of our hands, and it has been really all season long. And we're 25 games in, just past that. So all we can really focus on is what we can do and preparing for our next game on Saturday, and keep going forward with everyone that's here. And obviously, it's been a pretty good start. We want to keep building, keep getting better, and obviously we want to have Willie here. We know he's a great teammate and he's a hell of a player. So hopefully we get him back in the fold. But it's honestly not something that we worry about a whole lot, just because there's so much focus on a daily basis and what we have to do to get the results we need, and the guys that are here and competing every day. So it is what it is. Hopefully it gets settled, and he's back here soon.
Austin and Mitch are kind of fun-loving guys. Mitch especially seems to be a bit of a free spirit. You mentioned that keeps you maybe a little loose. You're a serious guy. Why is that important for you?
Well, I think it can go both ways. I think obviously, I think everyone has their own way approaching the game, and how they can be successful, and what makes them feel ready to play. And for me, it's always been more along that business type of approach, and just being a little bit methodical in some ways, where, like you said, a little bit free spirit, just being themselves, showing their personality, and that brings it out in everyone in the locker room, not just myself. So it's great to be around guys with that type of energy, hunger to play, and ability to just enjoy what they're doing every day, especially in a spotlight like this.
You've always been, you mentioned, I think you've always been kind of a business-like. Where do you think that is? That your way parents were, or you're raised, or why do you find that to be your comfort zone?
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it's just I've gotten more results that way. I've played better that way, but I don't know. That's just been kind of the way I've always kind of been. And over the years, I've definitely handled things a lot better. You learn a lot. You're around a lot of great people that help you. Whether it's you're really serious and you want to loosen up, or it's kind of vice versa. So definitely you start to find that balance, and that's why it's great to be part of a good group of guys. You're all in it together, and everyone kind of brings their own type of personality, their own type of approach, and you can kind of feed off one another that way.
You touched on it a bit last night, John, in the coexistence with Austin, especially in the power play, you down low and he somewhere in the periphery. How important are the two of you to each other in terms of providing an option that really forces the goaltender to think in a couple of directions?
Yeah, I think it's not just the goaltender. I think it's our opponent. Just, when you got the man advantage, obviously there's going to be someone open, especially if you move the puck quick enough. And I think with the skill level we have, and how quick guys read the play, it just makes it that much more difficult for the opponent and the goaltender to really be committed to whatever the options are. So, we're always talking and just trying to read the defense, and just trying to be in the right position at the right time. And I think there's a lot of trust amongst each other to make the right play, and take what's available, and capitalize on those opportunities.
How much confidence does it give you that the team has gotten off to this start, despite the fact Austin's missed more than half the games, William hasn't been here?
Well, I think we've seen our depth come up big, many points already this season, and we still got a long way to go. But we have a lot of skill, competitiveness. Obviously guys that play with a lot of speed, a lot of tenacity, all up and down the lineup. And it's come out in many different ways. Guys have gotten some more opportunities at time, and they've excelled. You can see what a guy like Cappy's done with his opportunity this year, and Johnny's really been playing great the last couple of weeks, and getting rewarded for it. So, when you have that type of depth and guys with well-rounded skill sets in the place we can play at, we're not just 3-4 guys dangerous. We're really 4 lines dangerous that can play a hard game. Play an up-tempo game, and play with a lot of skill, and make the plays that are needed to win.
John, it's different for you, obviously, because you've never really been officially a teammate with Willie, but have you got the sense that some of the other guys might be almost waiting for him, or wondering with this deadline now so close?
Honestly, I haven't sensed that. Really, from training camp up until now, I think we're just coming here trying to work hard every day, have the right attitude and mindset for preparing for our next game, and that's all we can really focus on and control. So I think certainly guys know how talented he is. Everyone speaks very highly of his character. When I got to be around him a little bit in the summer, he was great to talk to and sit with in the locker room a couple times. So, we obviously hope it gets settled and he's here and he's a part of this, because we know what a difference maker he can be.
John, John, just a sidebar, growing up in the area, listening to Joe Bowen, and now having an opportunity to play on the team that he calls games for. Can you recollect what it was like as a kid listening to him?
It's really cool for me in a lot of ways because not just calling Leaf games, but calling a lot of lacrosse games of my uncle, and I'll never forget those. And so there's a lot of great memories being a kid, watching obviously the Leafs and hearing his voice, and obviously some great some Leaf moments that always ring a bell. And then certainly my uncle John as well, watching him play lacrosse and being in awe of him and what a tremendous athlete and lacrosse player he is. And you know, when Joe's calling those games, it just kind of brings you back some of those memories and some of those times growing up as a kid, kind of just being in love with a couple sports and obviously being that connection with my uncle as well is pretty cool.